Hey everybody, it's Mike Pingel. It's the Mike Pingel Show. Oh my goodness, I'm hitting everything. Here we go. Settling in my. Look at my. Yours. Don't do that. Don't do. Yours is the good. Yours,
okay. Yeah. So don't break anything.
No. Not to break. Not to break. Mine is like the true IKEA one that goes. You know, I have to sit like this or sit like this, and yours is actually the talent one that actually is a proper chair.
All right. Well, then I will sit properly.
That's nice. That's very good. That's very good. Everybody, thank you for watching. Welcome to the Mike Pingel Show here on Behind the Curtain TV, and of course / the Mike Pingel Facebook page. As you know, I'm turning 50 tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
So here I am. This is it. It's all down here after this. Anyway, today I have we have to welcome our wonderful guest, Josh Crowe.
Hi.
Josh Crowe. He is an amazing actor. He is in the hit YouTube series People Like Us.
Thank you. Yeah.
And although I didn't see anybody on the show that's like me.
Well,
I mean, I saw a lot of things that are similar to me, but tell us a little bit about the show.
So it's Singapore's first gay drama. So if most people, I maybe not know this, but it technically is still illegal to be gay in Singapore.
I did not know that.
So yeah, this show kind of hit a political mark, and I'm honored and incredibly proud to be a part of it. So
wow. Now you guys actually filmed in Singapore.
Yeah. So I used to live in Singapore. So right out of high school, I got my first job and flew all the way out to Singapore. I worked for Universal Studios. Okay. And after years of that, then kind of found this script through a friend, and yeah, that's how I got on it. So it's a very local Singapore story. It's following 4 guys in Singapore, and you'll see what happens.
So where did you grow up? Did you grow up here in the States?
I did, yeah. My father's U.S. Air Force, so we moved around a lot, but I would definitely call Colorado my home. So,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm between Colorado Springs and a little bit of Denver. Like, that's definitely where I think of home all the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is that your first time in Singapore?
It was not. No, my mother's actually from Singapore.
Okay.
So flew back and forth a lot. I was always a tourist growing up. So every 2 years we'd spend like a summer in Singapore and visit with family and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So what bit you for the acting bug? And what was the name? No, I'm kidding.
No, no, my family knows this. Like, I've always been that performer kid.
Yeah.
I think, like, when I was 5, younger than that, like, I've always just been the one that was trying to entertain people. So, when I think we were living in Idaho at the time, Annie's, like, they were doing a production of Annie.
Okay.
Then was just joining the community theater. I was like 7 years old or something like that, and like that was definitely the first show.
Tell everybody who you played in Annie.
I was an orphan boy because they didn't have enough girls to fill the orphanage. It would have just looked like a foster family, you guys, like if they had only girls. Like foster the 3 girls that were...
That's
yeah.
funny.
But
it's like an Aaron Spelling TV show. But
no, totally. Annie and her best friends, like, you know, yeah.
The sun will come up tomorrow. It's coming this fall.
Pretty much. But yeah, that's kind of what started it off, and then was musical theater forever. I mean, like, as any other Asian good boy, played an instrument, and that's how they found out I could sing.
Of course.
Humming to the scales.
And I need to stop you because you told me of opening night on Annie, and please tell us, because it was hysterical.
Well, I mean, like, people are gonna kill me for, like, putting this really out there. But,
why?
No, I don't know.
No one's gonna kill you.
Because I'm actually still friends with the girl that played Annie, but, yeah. So...
Did she tell you never to say it?
Pretty much.
Never say this to anyone. Go.
I'm gonna do it anyways. She got sick on opening night. And I was the one boy that, like, could hit, and I knew all the songs, because, like, you can tell... Total musical, like, Rachel Berry moment at 7 years old. Already knew all her notes, and the director for the play actually was my vocal coach.
Okay.
So we were working on it anyways. So basically I was backstage singing every number at 7 years old while she was performing and lip syncing on stage. So like anytime I had to run out as an orphan boy, they would cut to like a track that they recorded during rehearsal. And somehow it was somewhat seamless. I don't know. Like, I talked to relatives that have seen this production, and they were like, yeah, that night we didn't know it was you or her, and I was like, well, there you go.
So your vocal understudy for Annie.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's anyone who's writing a book on Annie, I think that is a story that needs to go in your book. Because I don't think anywhere else a young Asian boy singing Annie's
7-year-old Asian boy like doing the live track backstage while she's lip syncing on stage because the bitch lost her voice.
Yeah, I would have been so pissed if you had to do the official cast recording of it and you didn't get any credit.
No residuals too, you guys. Like, I mean, at 7 years old, that's what you expect. You know, you're like, sign the contract.
I know, and then like I think yesterday or the day before you just released one of your songs. You were singing the show. The new movie that...
Oh, no, okay, so Greatest Showman. I mean...
That was it.
Yeah, musical theater is going to be in my heart forever. And I watched the movie and it really captivated me. I didn't know that it was written by my favorite composers, Paul and Pasique.
Yeah.
Like, I've been doing their music for auditions and rehearsal, like, shows for years since I've heard their first track from... What's that TV show? The musical TV show on NBC that got canceled. Oh,
Bad Cops? No, Music Cops? No.
Catherine McPhee.
Star. No. What is...
It was the Marilyn Monroe
Yes,
thing.
what is...
Oh my gosh. Well, you guys know what it is.
You know what it is. You know
But season 2 with Jeremy Jordan, that song, again, yeah. Rewrite. It's called Rewrite anyways. Yeah. That song, I've known about it and hunted for the music for that.
So go on his Facebook page and listen to him singing the new songs. That whole track is amazing. The whole movie was amazing.
Yeah.
I went to the movie theaters and 2 girls were talking behind me for a whole hour. And I was with a friend, and I'm like, I'm sure Eric was totally embarrassed. And I finally, after an hour, I turned around and said, "Hi, if it's that important, can you go outside and talk?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "We're trying to enjoy the movie." I go, "No, you're not. You've talked through the whole film."
Oh my gosh.
And then they shut up. And then they actually, I could hear them like interacting with the movie, and they were actually in the movie after that. And I was like, okay. That's what happens when you get turn 50 people.
No, that's
you
just
become a bitchy old man. A bitchy old man. That's me.
I'm 25 and I'm bitchy, so.
Well, I would be too if I was singing Annie songs at 7.
Don't make me spill my coffee.
Oh! Okay, tell me how you got involved with People Like Us.
I love telling this story. So, a very good friend of mine who's also an amazing actress in Singapore, she's Kim Chan, love you. I was coming back from a vacation in Hong Kong and the script went out because they did a casting call. And she actually found the script and read it and was like, this is perfect for Josh. Like, you have to. She immediately emails me. I'm literally at Changi Airport in Singapore, collecting my bags. I read my emails and she's like, read the script. I'm like, oh my god, okay, when's the audition? Scroll. Holy shit, today. Okay, great. Now how am I going to do this? Like, find out every information I could, emailed them immediately, and they responded within an hour. So I'm in the cab on the way to my apartment, got booked for an audition that same day, and I actually was doing a show, so I had to rush off to the theater right after anyways. But come to find out, the audition room was literally a block away from my apartment. This could not have been any more perfect.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like really right place, right timing, that kind of acting story.
You never know when it's going to be the people, when your dreams come true.
For sure. And I had to do a local accent there. So when you watch the show, like, I mean, I'm American, but like the whole character, he's Singaporean, so you're going to hear that. There's subtitles, so it is a very harsh accent.
I didn't find it that harsh.
Really?
When I was watching, I was like, why is there subtitles?
Because most Americans have asked for it, which is why we had to put it out there. We had a couple of film festivals. We had a couple of film festivals come back to us and was like, you should put subtitles in there. There's a lot of cool localisms that you're like, oh.
Yeah, there's also a lot of sex in it too.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit. Tell them a little bit about your character in the show.
Okay, so Joel. Okay, his name is Joel, but in Singapore, in the accent over there, they call his name is Joel. That's how they pronounce the name there. But he is that. He's not the super young gay, but he is sort of like that guy that's just, he's confident with himself, he's been out for years, and he's just looking for love. He's a hopeless romantic. So I think, and he's a little lost with that too. So I think like anybody else, you know, like late 20s, like early 30s, if you've been single for that long or you've had those relationships and then you're out of it, you kind of lose your way a little, and that's where Joel.
But I think it's also hard in that culture too to be out when you're not. You can't really be out.
Well,
and
the
everybody
funny thing
is not really out in the film.
The funny thing about Singapore though is yes, like every character plays on that dichotomy, but in Singapore culture itself, it's very widely accepted. The gay bars, like very much like West Hollywood, there is that one street where everything's on. We have the gay district. Yeah. Very prominent. Like we have like the Abbey. We have our version. It's called Tantric, who's owned by a very good friend of mine, and we're there every weekend. You know. Very much out. All the straighties come here. They pregame at the, like very much like Abby. They pregame at the gay bar, and then they go to whatever club that they go to.
Do they do that?
Totally.
I don't know. I haven't been to the Abbey in ages.
I don't know. Did we meet at the Abbey?
No, we met at church.
We did meet at church. Okay, you're right. It was Sunday.
I was going to church because I had to say mom and dad. I went to church. Don't watch this, mom and dad.
But yeah, so. It's sort of that struggle of like, you know, being out and confident and really comfortable with yourself, and then that struggle of everybody else dealing with it around you.
What did you love about your character?
He's happy-go-lucky, and it's a little bit of a reflection on me. I think like I found a lot of myself with Joel. So it wasn't very hard for me to play this character because I relate a lot to him. Yeah. I think personally, I was not going through all the things that he was doing while I was filming. I was very much in love with a boyfriend at that time, and he actually is in the project. Like he was an extra for a couple of days, and
nepotism.
Yeah, a little bit. Like but my director didn't know we were dating. He was just like part of my crew.
No, were you dating him?
Joel, Bri, it's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah. Finally.
Do you know what you want?
A connection? Something?
Never got your name.
I didn't tell you.
Call me.
I think I like older guys.
Why is that?
They seem to know what they want. Boys my age just want to have fun.
And you don't want?
Don't normally do this on the first date.
Why is it that guys I like just ignore me and the ones that are interested just want to fuck? Why doesn't anybody want something more?
You introduced me as a friend, but...
Then how is this gonna work? I think I'm really starting to like you.
Okay, I wrote this about who you're most related to, you relate to in people like us, but you just said yourself, your own character. So
yeah, I mean, I am a hopeless romantic myself, I believe. My dating life definitely reflects that. But then sometimes in reality, like I look back at situations and I'm like, no, I'm that hardcore stickler of like, it's not so much hopeless anymore. It's just like, it's just not on that, I don't know, maybe OCD or just fucking crazy. Sorry, can I cuss?
Yes,
okay, great.
Of course you can.
I do have a little bit of fun.
Okay, we're gonna, since this is taped to live.
It is live. What are you talking about?
It is live. It is live. No, it's not. We're gonna do your commercial or the trailer. They call it a trailer. It's like my first trailer. I'm gonna slice in here, so watch it right now. So we just saw the trailer. That was amazing. I was moved. I cried a couple times, didn't I? I cried. I did.
It was very emotional.
So what I also love about your character, he shops a lot too. He's always shopping.
It's not. Oh, that's your take on it? Because it's really not shopping. But I like that.
He's always walking around. And,
he is, yeah.
And the character that he's in love with, it's like, why are we doing this again? Or
yeah. No, he is. He's a little bit of a loner.
Yeah.
And that was probably where I related to him a lot. Because I think as much as I was surrounded by a lot of people and everyone in Singapore, they're really my family. I think inside I was like, I feel like such a loner. Like this is just me walking through the abyss. But yeah. Tear, I know.
Now, how many awards? This show's won some awards, has it not?
We have.
Do you know them off the top of your head?
Because I can try and name. I know total. I think we've won 5.
5.
We've.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, I know. We've also been nominated almost. I think it's close to about 20 times as well.
So you're getting a lot of good response from it.
And that itself is like. I've never expected it. I knew that when I read the script during that audition, like, this was really something special.
Yeah.
And even after we wrapped and everything, there were problems. Because it's really a political thing. Like, in Singapore, we got halted for about a year. We couldn't post this. So we had a premiere night, and we were going to go live and everything. And then we kind of was told, and basically got served by the government being like, you cannot post this right now.
What?
So we had a premiere party and a launch and everything, and just had basically turned into a private viewing.
But you told me this was also in partnership with some a
right,
company
which
in
is
Singapore.
why it became an issue. So it was a non-profit. There was government things. It's going online. It's representing a country that very much regulates a lot of media.
It's so interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what I'm not saying what our country is becoming, but. I'm
close to
quite
it.
frightened what's happening in our political system, but that's not a story what we're talking about.
Right.
Let's get back to your character. If you guys do a second season, what would you want your character? What would you like your character to go to or progress to?
I'd like him to maybe be a little bit stronger with self-identity.
Okay.
Because I think there was definitely a lot of. He's just lost, and if he can find some solid ground, it would be great. And I think that's where we can go from there. I don't know. I know that might take.
That's interesting because I didn't find your character to be lost that much. I found your character to be probably one of the most person on his path knew what he wanted, and everybody else was kind of like sheltering themselves. That's what I saw. That's what my person.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's so focused on finding a relationship. That's the solid ground. I know, and it.
No, we're not all, but some of us.
But it takes over his life. So maybe I'm looking for I know that personally elsewhere in his life, it's definitely shambles. So if we can maybe tap a little bit on the other stuff and not focus on so much the love, although he does have a very he's hot. His boyfriend's hot.
It's true. You have to watch. Check it out. Okay, so since we're talking about Singapore, I bought some fortune cookies, so let's look to see what our fortune is today.
Okay. I always snap it like that.
Oh, because then yours is not like all everywhere. You're so good. What does yours say?
Oh, it's very. Today will be lucky and memorable for you.
See, that's nice.
Absolutely.
Mine said you have a captivating style, all your own.
Also true.
So nice.
Yeah, okay. My first carb of the day.
Oh no! Stop it! Spit it out! Spit it out! Okay, a couple more questions. What actor and actress inspired you? Or inspires you? Did or is?
Margaret Cho was definitely an inspiration for
amazing.
A long time, and I've been lucky to have met her. She did a show in Singapore, and a friend of mine had an extra ticket and was like, hey, come out. And then I ended up staying back through another connection and met her after the show, and she was a delight.
She is a delight.
Yeah, just what she's done, because she also was pretty much a pioneer in the industry for an Asian.
Yeah.
I loved her show in the 90s. I forget what it's called.
The American Girl, I think it was called?
American Girl. Man, it's a hot mess, and I know she'll say that. She will so say that to you that it was a freaking hot mess, but it was brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
She is a brilliant person. Do you have a favorite film or TV show?
Favorite film or
That
TV
show was Smash. It's called
Smash. Okay, well that definitely would be one. Because having been part of that musical theater world for a long time, it to me on a very glamorous level has shown a lot of people that's really what happens.
Yeah.
it's not far off from the truth. Like you're, you know, especially when you're kind of an unknown, you're working your ass off to do that. And all these kids, like that second season, it was really showing you how you start from nothing and having such great talent and material to work with, and then rising up through there, and then all the backstabbing bitches. There are a lot. So
there are a lot. There are a lot of. And what is next for you?
Next for me, well, I'm in LA because, you know, that's what was advised to me to be. I don't actually have anything lined up at the moment, but that's not true. Let me scratch that.
I told you, that's
might
not
cut
true.
that, actually. No, yeah. That's not true. I just thought of everything that's happening. We're developing a feature right now with a very good friend of mine who's an incredible producer. Okay. Jacqueline is amazing. She's one of my best friends. But we're also just started a podcast, so we're going to be doing that.
And we'll put the link below for you to check it out.
That's called Pep Podcast, and I think we're actually going to be releasing this shortly after we finish the live here.
See, there you
go. So stay tuned for that.
We'll put the link below.
Yeah, absolutely.
And where can people find you? Where can people social media you?
Alright, Instagram is JSJCROWE. And that's pretty much my handle for everything. I got lucky that I could find that one. So if you find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, that's everything there. So
it's all there. And the show is called
People Like Us.
People Like Us. You can find it on YouTube. We'll put the links below too. And by the way, people, if you've been watching, I'm turning 50 tomorrow. My nephew sent me this card. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'll play it for you. It's on me.
Hey.
Hey, thank you everybody for watching the Mike Pingel Show here on Behind the Curtain TV, and of course the Mike Pingel. And we'll watch you soon. Share it with all your friends, family, and of course your enemies. We will see you soon. See you next Thursday. I have no idea who my guest